What's up, everybody? My name is David Falar. I am a footwear designer and also a runner. I have been running a 5K every single day for 730 plus days or 2+ straight years. And I have been wearing Puma for over 500 of those days. And what I just received from the Puma family is something I'm really excited about in 2026. That is the Puma Deviate Nitro 4. In this video, we are going to review all of the improvements that Puma has made to the Deviate 4, why it's better than the Deviate 3, and one really cool design Easter egg that you probably haven't picked up on and that you should be on the lookout when you pick up a pair. So here it is, the Deviate 4. This is the Apple Spritz Luxe Lime colorway. It's a really fun name, to be honest. And as soon as you open the box, the colorway really takes you by storm. It's beautifully designed just from a color perspective. You're gonna stand out as you're on your runs. The second thing, as soon as you open that box and you pick up the shoe, you are going to notice it is much lighter than the Deviate 3. This shoe comes in at 250 grams. It is actually 15 grams lighter than the previous version. You can immediately tell as soon as you pick it up. Upon closer inspection, you're gonna notice that the upper has a much thinner knit all the way around. It feels a little bit less structured. It feels like a thinner knit. The design of the knit is much different. They created a different pattern. It feels fast. For those who have the Deviate 3, you'll notice that on the medial side, they had something called the power tape running around. It's basically a no-sew overlay. You don't see any of that here. You see the Puma logo both on the medial and the lateral side versus an asymmetric design. This time it is symmetrical there. But the Puma logo itself even feels stripped down. It's got its traditional flow and bars, so you know it's a Puma shoe, but there's definitely less of the logo overlay itself, which is contributing to the weight reduction. The other thing that stands out is obviously the midsole design. It feels a little bit simplified, a bit more contemporary, a bit more exaggerated in the curvature that they're installing, especially in the forefoot as it flows backwards. But then obviously you feel and see visually the over-exaggerated heel as the EVA is flowing off of the silhouette itself. Honestly, looks great, but then doesn't take away from the weight because it's an evolved nitro compound. So you're gonna still get amazing rebound and efficiency. You have the power plate still, so it's an improved power plate. You're gonna get a little bit more stability and structure throughout the ride of this shoe throughout. And then you'll notice that the sole design itself is pretty similar to the previous model. I'll hold these up side by side, and there are a few more cutaways on the bottom rubber pads that do contribute to that weight reduction. The other more noticeable difference is the tongue of the shoe. So on the previous version, it was more of a sandwich mesh. It was a double layer mesh, it felt like, that gave you the protection underneath the laces. This time, they continued the knit up the bottom half of the tongue to give it that stretch and kind of flexibility around your foot. And then they accentuated the top of the tongue with foam pods on both the lateral and the medial side, and they perforated them for breathability and comfort. And then in the center strip, you see this beautiful metallic Deviate logo. Kind of gives it this cool contemporary feel. And one of the more fun elements of this entire shoe design that I don't think you've picked up on yet is the heel tab. This design element is actually pulled from the Mag Max, which I use for my long runs, and it had an over-exaggerated tab. And if you pull this tab up on the Mag Max, it said Bouncy AF. You probably didn't know that. Super fun. On the previous Deviate model, they didn't have that. They introduced that into this model, and if you pull it up, it says Made Ya Look. Super fun. Love the Easter egg, Puma. So keep doing that. I'm a huge fan. One of the other visual changes is the overlay of the No-So TPU around the eye stays. You'll notice that they previously had a very organic design around the laces. Now they've gone full geometric with this diamond pattern that really jets the design forward. It really contributes with the midsole design language, the lateral and medial Puma logo that's flowing from the forefoot back to the heel, the exaggerated heel. This shoe feels fast, and on foot, when you are running, it is fast. If you notice that this shoe feels a little bit worn, well, guess what? That's because it is. I have ran already 10 miles in this shoe and can say that it is a great lightweight option for me. On my day-to-day runs, felt great on the treadmill. I haven't taken it outside yet. This shoe comes out January 26th. It is a great way to kick off your running journey in 2026 in the new year. Would highly recommend. Puma, thank you for the fresh and first look at the product. We're going to go get some more miles in on these, and stay tuned for the next review.